All right, our talk today is about troubling relationships in the midst of something like what we're going through right now, which is the Mercury retrograde, the full moon Scorpio, like lots of energy. So I'll share what I'm going through, and maybe it might resonate for some of you. And, if it doesn't, then that's fine. Just keep scrolling. So, it is Mercury retrograde, and I have noticed that one of my friendships is kind of on the rocks, but I'm not sure. So I have a friend that is friends with me and my person, my partner, and I really didn't really pay attention to anything being an issue until um, a couple weeks back. I did a bouncer reset in my stream. So what is a bouncer reset? As a streamer, I have bouncers in my room to keep the room safe, to keep the comments on track, or to kick out people who are being disruptive, so I can carry on with the lesson. And I did a bouncer reset because Spirit put it on me to do a bouncer reset at the beginning of every month, because I don't want to assume everybody wants to be a bouncer or wants to dedicate their time to come to my streams and, bounce and all of that. So I don't like to impose myself on people. So I figured, maybe somebody might have said, I'll be a bouncer 10 months ago. And now they're like, oh, her room is always so active, right? Which it is. We always got a lot going on in here. So I did a bouncer reset, and I said every month I'll do it. And then if people want to still be a bouncer, they could let me know, and it won't be a big deal. Uh, and I put it, in the chat, bouncer reset and all of that. So this person came in my room, did not have their bouncer status, and I guess was offended by that. But what was interesting was they didn't talk to me about it. They went to my partner and was asking about why, which of course he's unaware, because he never knows what's going on in my room, because I don't really run it by him, tell him like what I'm doing over here. So he comes to me and he's like, he's kind of like, well, I don't know why they're reaching out to me and not just coming to you. And I'm like, I don't know why they haven't come to me either. And I'm like, it's not a big thing. So I wrote that person and said, hey, it's not personal. I bounce and reset everybody. Everything I just told you guys is what I told them. Cool. Thought that was cool. But then I noticed that this person hasn't been in my streams for a while, but yet every time is always in my partner's stream. So when I had asked my partner about that, he was like, oh, they're just busy. They got a lot going on. They're planning like an event right now, and they're busy with that. And I would have accepted that, because I was like, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, how come they're too busy to come to my stream, see me, hang out with me? But every time you stream, they're in your stream, right? So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then, for the past few weeks, I have not heard anything from this person, like no check-in, no phone call, no text. And that again would have been normally fine, because people are going through stuff, but yet they check in with my partner. So because he tells me, like what's going on. He'll be like, oh yeah, I heard from this person. They called me today, or, they texted today, or I heard from them and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is strange. So this is the dilemma I'm in. And then recently when I've been going to his streams, they don't acknowledge me. Like they'll say hi to everybody in the room, but they won't say hi to me. So here's the dilemma I'm in. Is this person like no longer wanting to be friends with me? Is this person only wanting to be friends with my partner? Or is it nothing at all? And this is what I wanted to talk about. At this moment in time, I'm going to say it's nothing at all. And I'll tell you why. It is Mercury retrograde. So we're more in our emotions than we are logical. And it is full moon Scorpio, which has us like processing things on an inner depth, because, Scorpio is that like really deep energy. So it is quite possible that I am seeing things that are not there. So the question is, doesn't that make it awkward for your partner? No, not really, because my partner doesn't see anything wrong. Like my partner is pretty much saying nothing's there. Like you're making this up. You're not really, you're seeing what you want to see, which is, that's why I kind of like agree with him, because I don't know, right? Do for them. Right. So this is the situation I'm in. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it for today's topic is because I think sometimes we unnecessarily end friendships by our own perceptions and our own anxieties. Now, the reason why I say that is I've been here before. I've been here before with an ex who had a friend who was a friend to both of us, all of that. We always hung out, stuff like that. And then we went through a breakup where we were broken up for a couple of months, and he ended up dating her. And the funny thing is she wasn't even his type, like nothing, like not his, he's not attracted to her, nothing. But because of the closeness they had, and she was always interested in him, come to find out, They dated for like a week, and then he was like, nah, that's not for me. And she was really pissed about that because she really liked him. You know, she was kind of like fawning all over him. So because of that situation, it does have me more like thinking, is this a repeat of that situation? But then I'm kind of like, no, because I know both people involved. It's completely different energy. You know, my partner, my friend, there is just different energy. But I feel at this moment in time that it could be 50-50. It could be what I'm suspecting, or it could be what I'm making up. So why do I want to talk about this topic today? Because I want to share with you what I'm going to do. And what am I going to do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to continue to just let this energy ride out and then see where it goes from here. You know, we do have a planned meetup for next weekend. So if that doesn't go through, if that person, you know, reaches out to me or my partner and say, hey, you know, it's not happening or whatever, then there you go. Or if that person reaches out to me or my partner is like, hey, I can't wait to see you guys, you know, excited to see you, then that's what's going to happen, right? Yes, and exactly. I plan to revisit it if it's still an issue at the end of the month, you know, at the end of the Mercury retrograde and stuff like that. So that's my message to you guys today. If you're kind of like feeling things the way I'm feeling about people in your life, you're kind of getting suspicious or anxious or worried, don't buy into it, because you don't know right now if that's really the truth of what's going on, or if it's just something temporary or passing by. How do I heal anxiety about stuff like this? I go into the various situations to allow myself to see that it's going to be okay. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, my partner is not going to leave me for this person. Like, that's not going to happen. My partner and I are fine. So it's only one of two things that's going to happen. One, we all carry along like we normally do and everything's fine. Or this may be the split that it's more no bad feelings between me and that person, but maybe that person is now my partner's friend and not my friend. So then I can treat them accordingly, right? Because I'm not, you know, I act differently to people that are friends to me and him than I am to his friends. Does that make sense, guys? Like, there's a different level of reciprocity depending on who that person is in our life. Yeah, waiting to decide. Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. I'm not even going to be offended. I'm not even going to be offended if that person comes to me and says to me, hey, you know, in journeying with you and your partner, I've come to realize I'm more friends with him than I am with you. And then I will like lovingly release that. That way I don't have to check on that person. I don't have to go to their streams, or I don't have to, you know, invite them to my house. You know, him and her can have that friendship outside of me. And then, you know, and just carry on. So that's why I say, like, be aware of your emotions and take responsibility for your emotions and take accountability. Because now here's the other scenario. Let's just say worst case scenario, it is what I'm feeling right now, like this person has other intentions towards my partner. I still don't have to worry. I still don't have to worry, because that's going to go two ways. One, in my heart, I know that that's not going to go anywhere because he is interested in me. So I have faith in that. I have trust in that. So I'm not going to worry about that. But let's just say he had feelings for her and she had feelings for him. Then I wish them the best and I let go. Because the thing is like, you don't fight for things that are not yours. You don't fight for things that are not yours. So maybe on a very, very small scale, because I don't believe this for a second, but even on a very small scale, if this was the series of events that had to show me that this person is not for me, it's for them, then I always receive it with gratitude. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to force like a square peg into a round hole. Does that make sense, guys? So that's what I'm saying to everybody, because I feel like even though my message is very basic, which is I'm pretty sure this is me, not my friend, not my partner, right? I'm pretty sure that many of you that are listening are in similar situations, but you have different things going on and you're hearing different messages. And, you know, I like to end it by saying it's a message from Spirit. Take it as you will. Yes, that is the message for today.